In this video, we will be installing the analog temperature probe on the iGrow 1800 controller. Now, with this controller, you can install up to 5 temperature probes, and they can be used for various purposes. For bottom heat, mixed valves, microzones, and much, much more. The probe can be connected to any of the analog 5 inputs between 1 and 5, labeled AAN1, AAN2, AAN3, and so forth. Now, the first thing you want to do is mount or hang your probe at your desired location. Next, run the free end of the sensor cable to the controller unit. Now, you may extend this sensor cable as needed, but make sure you use Link4 approved wire, and it must be shielded and stranded 24 AWG type wire. Note, if any splices are needed to extend the cable length, make sure the splice is watertight, because water or fertilizer infiltration will cause unstable sensor readings. Now, to install, you want to power down the controller and open the front panel to the 90-degree position. Next, carefully insert the cable through the rightmost watertight fitting at the bottom of the enclosure. You will land the wires on the following terminal block locations. And for our example, we're going to use AIN1. You will land the white wire to AIN1, the black wire to the negative of AIN1, and the red wire to the V out. Once you have landed your wires, simply close the controller and power the unit back up. Now, at this time, you want to map your sensor to the sensor port you just installed it on, and we will do this from the controller's programming screens. Now, from the home screen, you'll simply hit Enter Menu, then you'll go to System Setup, and then you go to Setup Inputs. Now, in Setup Inputs, you could make your in temp, your out temp, you could make your temp 1, 2, 3, 4 locations read your analog temp probe. And for demonstration purposes, we'll make temp 1 our sensor, and we'll map it to analog 1. Now, plus and minus allows you to change the values within the field. Previous and next allows you to navigate to each field. And once you have mapped your sensor to be analog 1, temp 1, hit back till you get to the home screen. Now, to view the sensor that we just mapped, we would have to hit next to get to the sensor status screen. As you hit next, you can see temp 1 reading 76.6 degrees. After installing this sensor, it's recommended that the sensor be checked under various conditions before moving on in order to make sure the sensor works properly and accurately. And that's our video on installing the analog temperature probe with the iGrow 1800 controller.